What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got a couple of new Digimon coming around for the very first time. Weird Digimon. More weird things are happening, ladies and gentlemen. Things we're generally not used to, but I am totally okay with it. And I should mention our translations here come from the lovely folks over at Ensan Gaming, who are apparently now on Twitter. So do make sure you follow them because they are awesome. Apparently they've been there for a while and I missed it and I am sorry. So, what have we got? Well, we got Bokomon here. A level 3, free cost to play normally, 2,000 power. There's no evolution cost. So once again, we've got a level 3 that can evolve. And there is actually some precedent here, because let's not forget we have previously seen Loosemon came around back in BT4, and Loosemon has no evolution cost because Loosemon cannot Digivolve. You got to play Loosemon as is. Now, the good news of Bokomon is that we're not going to be paying that much here. We only have to pay free cost to play normally, which is standard to be fair. And we've also got a rather nice play skill, so I think we're going to be all right. Now, what we've got here is when you play, you reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and you add 1 hybrid trait Digimon or 10 legendary warrior Digimon and 1 tamer to your hand, and put the rest of the cards at the bottom of your deck in any order that you like. So once again, we got one of these cards, and we've seen a bunch of these in the past. When you play them, you get to search for stuff. I mean, over here, we are celebrating the recent release of Battle of Omni. That's here now, and we can look at something like Agamon, that when you play it, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and add a Digimon with Greymon in its name, and a Digimon with Omnimon in its name to your hand. Well, here you're looking at 5, not 3, so that's just better. And you're getting a Digimon which is either hybrid or 10 legendary warrior, and a tamer, and they go to your hand. And the way we think about this is the way we always think about these kind of cards. If you're playing a hybrid and 10 legendary warrior deck, this is brilliant. And if you're not, this is garbage. I think that's pretty fair to say. Now, I'm fairly sure, not 100% sure, mind you, but I am fairly sure that what we've actually got here is just Ancient Greymon and Ancient Garurumon. I'm pretty sure that's what we're talking about here. These are the Digimon that make sense to me. I could be wrong about that. On the English scans, they are listed as 10 warriors, not 10 legendary warriors. But yeah, I've just gone and checked the Japanese scan of Ancient Greymon, and what it's got written there in the bottom right-hand corner for the trait is exactly the same as what is written on Bokomon here. So yes, it would be those ones, essentially. So you've got your Ancient Greymon, you've got your Ancient Garurumon, and that's it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But then you got all your hybrid Digimon, and we got a lot more hybrid Digimon to play with. And of course, if you're playing hybrid Digimon, remember the whole point of them is that they start off Digivolving from a tamer, so you would want to search your tamer as well. And just as a little side note here, the way these cards have been designed is actually really kind of cool, because they're helping hybrid decks, and they don't Digivolve from level 2s. But then again, if you're a real hybrid deck, you want to be Digivolving from Tamers anyway. You don't want to be Digivolving from level 2s. So, I don't know. That seems like a nice weird little touch that I'm kind of into. Now, there is another skill here, which is on your turn, once per turn, when your Tamer evolves, gain 2 memory. Now, this is a static skill, which means if you've got one of these out, you don't want to Digivolve it. You just want to leave it sitting there, and then you Digivolve your Tamer and gain memory. The other thing to bear in mind is, it is once per turn, but it's once per turn per Bokomon. Which means if I've got 4 of my level 3s out, when I Digivolve a Tamer, I gain 8 memory. And gaining 8 memory is ridiculous. It's just... We don't see that, yeah? Gaining 8 memory is preposterous. It is way more than is realistic pretty much all of the time. So yeah, that's kind of brilliant and awesome. I love this. It makes me nervous that I kind of want to leave my level 3 just sitting there. But the fact of the matter is, I've got a phenomenal play skill, which is going to help me search for stuff and get set up. And then I've got this amazing skill where I'm just sitting out there gaining memory. And the fact of the matter is, I'm paying free memory to play this, but I should, as if I digivolve 2 Tamers, I'm actually 1 memory up. And again, I don't really want to digivolve this into other Digimon because I want to digivolve my Digimon from Tamers if I'm playing a hybrid deck. I love this, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is amazing. It's a 5 Wossie card. Once again, and we've seen this on a few cards lately, it's got to be for hybrids. If you're not looking at hybrids, you're doing it wrong. But as long as you are looking at hybrid cards, this is absolutely amazing. Gaining potentially 8 memory, while also having these brilliant options for searching out your Digimon. Yeah, loving it. But that's not the only weird white level 3 that doesn't evolve from a level 2 that we've seen today. We've also got Neamon. Same stats there, free cost to play normally, 2000 power, cannot digivolve. And when you play it, again, we've got to have a play skill, we can't have a Digivolution skill, that would be really mean. You may play 1 Tamer with an Evolution Source effect from your hand without paying its memory cost. Now, as it stands at the moment, there are 3 of them that we've seen. There will probably be more in the future, I imagine. But so far, we've seen Tommy Himi, we've seen Kota Demoto, and we've seen Takuya Kambara. But bearing in mind, we've seen 3 Tamers from the set, and all 3 of those Tamers have had Evolution Source skills. I think it's very, very safe to make an assumption that in the future, we will see more of these Tamers, and that when we see more of these Tamers, they will end up having these evolution skills. Can't say for certain. Nobody can say for certain unless you work for Bandai and you've got the inside track. But I think it is overwhelmingly likely that we will see more of these in the future. Which is cool, right? Yes, the answer is yes, it is extremely cool. So it's going to get better. Now, the ones we've seen so far, we've seen 3 cost for Takuya Kambara and Tommy Himi, and then a 4 cost with Kota, which means you're actually saving a memory here, paying 3 cost to play your Digimon and then playing a 4 cost for free. But either way, you're either playing the Tamer or this Digimon for free. You're paying 3 cost, but you're essentially playing a Digimon and a Tamer, which I think is a pretty good deal. Yes, obviously you've got to have the Tamer in hand at the same time, because you are playing from your hand. And yes, that is obviously a little bit awkward, because you might end up in this situation where you want to play this Digimon, but you don't have the Tamer in hand. So do you play the Digimon and not get the full effect because you don't get to play the Tamer for free? Or do you hold it and then just hope you draw into that Tamer soon, but then you're giving up turns with your level 3 on the field? I'll leave that one up to you. But on both players' turns, once during your turn, when a Digimon that has a Tamer in its evolution source is destroyed, you may play a Tamer from your trash without paying its cost. Again, this is once per turn, per Neamon, which means that if I've got 4 Neamon on the field, and my opponent deletes one of my Digimon with a Tamer in its evolution source, I get to play 4 Tamers for free. Which is clearly ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. That is clearly a ridiculous thing. Not to mention, we got something like Tommy Himi. On play, you trash the bottom 3 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon, so you'll get that. Or Kota, that on play reveals the top 4 cards of your deck and you add 1 Digimon card with X antibody and its type among them to your hand. So I would get that play skill. Play skills on these Tamers will absolutely activate when you play them using this, and it's just silly. My only real reservation here is the fact that these Digimon are level 3s that I don't want to Digivolve. I want to be Digivolving from my Tamers, because I'm going to be playing a hybrid deck and I'm going to be using all of those skills. So how many of these do I want to play? Can I afford to play 8 level 3s that are just going to sit on the field as level 3s? Maybe. Maybe I play it a bit like a Rookie Rush deck. I don't know. All I can tell you is that this one lets you play a Tamer for free, which is nuts. But then, of course, it keeps doing it. So, you play a Tamer for free, and then every time you get a Digimon deleted with a Tamer in its evolution sources, you play another one for free. And then, of course, we've got the Bokomon there, which, when you play it, you've got that great search, and then when your Tamer evolves, you gain 2 memory. And I think I might be willing to play these level 3s here, even though I'm not Digivolving them. Because the fact of the matter is, they're letting me search my cards, they're letting me play my cards, they're giving me extra memory. They are not just level 3s that are sitting there taking up deck space. They are level 3s which are giving me a huge advantage all the way through the game, making me more consistent, giving me more resources, and that to me is pretty gosh darn good. I mean, it's another 5 Wassy card. And at this stage, if you're thinking about playing hybrid decks, these are amazing, like fully, genuinely, awesomely, brilliantly amazing. Because the fact of the matter is, they are giving you so many advantages that it is starting to get just a little bit silly. At least that's what I think. I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all that good stuff. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.